Good evening. I'm Jessica Coons. Today, Brent Christensen was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of release. He killed U of I scholar Yingying in June 2017. In the next half hour, we are going to explore how we got here, what happened the day Zhang vanished near campus, the search for her killer, his conviction, his sentence, and the surprises along the way.
We seriously worry about her.
It's a tragedy, and everybody is doing their best to spread the news to help locate her.
It's clear that the community has a real passion for this case, and they really want to see a good resolution.
Where'd you take her, Brent? We need to find Yingying.
Live from WCIA 3 News, this is a special edition of 30 Minutes. Justice for Yingying.
Yingying grew up in China with her parents and brother. She had dreams of becoming a professor. Her family supported her trip to the U.S. to continue her education. But as reporter Erin Eads explains, they could never guess what would happen when she got here.
In 2017, Yingying traveled to the United States to be a visiting scholar at the University of Illinois. It was her first time outside of China. She had graduated at the top of her class at Sun Yat-sen University in China. It's where she met her longtime boyfriend, Shaolin Hao. He says he planned to marry her that October. Ecohydrology professor Kayu Guan sponsored her in the U.S. Guan says Zhang was very hardworking and responsible and kept in close contact with her research group. She was studying crop science. Zhang lived in a small apartment in Orchard Downs, an Urbana apartment complex for graduate students. But she was planning to move to an apartment at 1 North, a few miles away. Zhang had an appointment to meet with the marketing manager to sign a lease on Friday, June 9th. She didn't own a car, so she had to take the bus system. But because of the routes, there wasn't a bus that would take her directly there. She had to go to campus and transfer buses. Running late, Zhang texted the manager, telling him she'd get there around 2:10. Realizing she was missing her connecting bus, she ran after it, but it was no use. Zhang was stuck on Goodwin Avenue. What to do? She waited at a bus stop. Then a car pulled up. The driver talked to her for half a minute, and she got in. The car drove off, and Yingying was never seen again.
A desperate search for Zhang was about to begin, and watching it up close was the man responsible for her disappearance.
When Zhang never showed up to sign for her apartment, the manager texted her asking if she still planned to come in, but never got a response.
We seriously worry about her. Actually, we worry about her from the beginning when we realized she's missing. And so I really hope that she can just return back safely.
Professor Guan says it wasn't like her to not answer her phone for several days. So he called the U of I Police Department and started making posters. A team passed them out throughout all of Champaign-Urbana.
We have been focusing on this event straight out from Friday. And it's a tragedy, and everybody is doing their best to spread the news to help locate her.
Officers didn't find Zhang at her home. After there was still no sign of her for days, the FBI got involved. The word continued to spread through news reports and university updates. Zhang's family flew in from China to help look for her. The U of I Community Credit Union raised thousands of dollars to help with their expenses.
It's clear that the community has a real passion for this case, and they really want to see a good resolution.
Crime Stoppers offered $50,000 for information leading to finding Zhang.
It's the largest reward that Crime Stoppers has ever granted.
If somebody's sitting around thinking, I'm going to wait until the reward goes up, you know, bad idea, because Crime Stoppers works, and we will get tips.
20 days after Yingying disappeared, Zhang's family and boyfriend joined dozens of people in a walk-in concert dedicated to her.
Firmly believe that victory is just around the corner.
People who didn't even know her showed up.
Remain hopeful and realize that, there's a lot of the community out here keeping an eye out, hoping for the best for them, and hoping that we'll find Yingying.
But sympathetic strangers were not the only ones there. Little did most of them know the person who had the answers they were looking for was right there with them.
While friends and family members were keeping Yingying alive through news reports and awareness campaigns, dozens of investigators were trying to find her and getting closer and closer to their suspect.
The FBI got involved the Monday after Zhang went missing. They spread their message with billboards. Investigators combed through hundreds of hours of surveillance video trying to find the black Saturn Astra. Thanks to cameras on campus and on buses, U of I police found where it was before Zhang got into it.
These cameras have produced evidence in a number of cases. Just something for cases where we would otherwise have no physical evidence.
Agents got a list of all the owners of black Saturn Astras in Champaign County. 18 looked like the one in the video. Agents started canvassing for them. 2 special agents found an owner living at Stonegate Apartments in Champaign. They knocked on the door of apartment B2. Brent Christensen answered. Christensen had been a grad student at the university studying physics. He had earned his master's degree a month ago and was looking for a job. The agents asked him if he heard about the missing scholar case. Christensen said he had. They asked him what he was doing on the afternoon of Friday, June 9th. He said he was either sleeping or playing video games. Christensen let the agents look around his apartment for a few minutes. Then his wife, Michelle, allowed them to search their Astra. One searched the car while the other made small talk with Christensen. He says the conversation was normal. When they were done, they got Brent and Michelle's contact information and continued tracking down Astra owners. In the meantime, a university police detective was interviewing a woman who came forward to report an incident that scared her. Emily Hogan was a U of I grad student. On June 9th, she parked her car on a street near campus and started to walk toward her apartment. A black car pulled up. The driver told her he was an undercover cop, saying he wanted to ask her some questions. Hogan said sure. The man appeared to have a police badge and was wearing aviators. Then the man asked Hogan to get into the car. She told him no. He drove off. Feeling uneasy, Hogan called the police. She told them he didn't seem like a real cop. In a later interview with the FBI, they gave her a lineup of possible suspect pictures, asking if she recognized any of them. She identified Brent Christensen as the man who approached her. Investigators were still trying to find anything they could to identify the car Zhang got into. Then U of I Police Sergeant James Carter made a breakthrough. When he zoomed in, he noticed one of the front wheels had a damaged hubcap. On Wednesday, June 14th, FBI agents went back to Christensen's apartment to take another look at his Saturn Astra. The hubcap matched the cracked one in the video, and the FBI got a warrant to seize the car.
Agents then went back to Brent and Michelle's apartment. They started searching it again, and Christensen agreed to go talk with police.
My theory is that she can get out of the car.
Agents pushed Christensen, and he changed his story. Coming up next, where was he the day Yingying disappeared, and who sold him out? To find the truth.